So the fact that Casemiro's got another card means I have to do him. 5-star, 5-star, long ball pass, bruiser. The previous card to this one that really was the last kind of extra version of Casemiro was a 90 striker that, to be honest, really didn't hit. Whereas now we've got him back in his original role. I doubt he's ever going to get a team of the season this year. I really don't see it. I think it would be almost disrespectful to everybody else, but he could get an SBC, a Moments, maybe a Footies later on down the line, so this might not be the last card we get from him. I think when it comes to names, that is what Footies is all about. I'm hoping that this is going to take us through. But he is a 5-5. He obviously does have the bruiser and long ball. He has pinged pass, power shot, slide tackle, intercept block, and also aerial. And in terms of the defensive physical work, phenomenal. When we look compared to the base version, he's got a 20 pace increase, which is very, very nice. He technically has lost 7 pace from the winter wildcard, but he was a striker, which, I mean, you have to have more pace. Like, as a striker, there's no way I'm going to be talking about this card coming in at 450 if he had 83 pace. It just isn't happening at this point in the game. He's got a bit of shot power, passing wise, decent on the short and long, composure's great. Obviously the ball control is not the best in the world, and we have gone with the shadow. Looking at it now, I'm like, I get that they're just going all out pace for him, obviously getting to 97 defending and 92 DM. I think you could argue between the catalyst, the powerhouse, and a few different other play styles, or chemistry styles, but we're going to try him with the shadow. We're going to jump into the middle with him, see if he can DM his way into our team. Right, let's give him that fair share then. The long ball pass, to be honest, it has been a while. It has been an absolute hot minute since I've had anybody with a long ball pass. The bruiser should come in handy when it comes to the defensive ability, and I'm going to be interested to see what his defending is all about. Is he in position? Does he latch onto the challenges? Does he make the challenges? As in, is he not offside? Oh, he's absolutely sold me of an ultimate birthday Raul can do. Going across pitch. Oh, I mean, that's not who I wanted it to, but we still move with it. Good interception. A little bit of pace. Finds a little pass into Mbappe, who gets floored. There he is. Looking for that Trivela if we can. Oh, okay, maybe not. Ooh, Van Nistelrooy now. I wonder if we can Trivela him with Casemiro. I think in terms of shooting ability, that should really be the one. Casemiro, great block on him. I'm interested because he's kind of so heavy on that DM. Would it have been better with like an intercept instead of the long ball pass? Like, I'm never going to complain because passing is always, it's always going to be a massive thing to have. So it's never going to be not used, but could it be have used better? Seems very heavy on the defense, which is nice. I want to say I've got him on, I don't know if he's stay back whilst attack or not in terms of where he fits in the formation, because Zidane normally isn't, so he's kind of like a balanced, he can join when he wants. So it's nice that we know that he is sitting on that defense as well, which is always good. It's kind of just chilling around this sort of zone, which is perfect to stop any counterattacks, and then also, like we see here, picking the ball up to kind of grab the ball to go forward again. When you push him manually, that's obviously going to take him out of position, which is fair enough. If I'm going to move him myself, there's not a lot I can complain about there. And get something from him. Good little pace, little back to him. Oh, okay, maybe not. That's a woeful ball. Mbappe's managed to find the rest of it. There he is. Little drop of the shoulder, which is nice. Little ball pass. Let's say it's just using him to his strengths, really. There's not a lot that you can go wrong with him, to be fair. His pace is definitely much better. What a finish. But his strengths are there. They've always been there. I think now we're finally seeing the CDM role, which is exactly what I was kind of waiting for with him. Obviously, having the striker, it was oh my god, nearly back to back. It was a nice card. It was something different. I always like the shapeshifters. Sometimes we find absolute gems. We found Peter Cech. It was Peter Cech last year, so that's going to be a header. Good save, and away, get it away. Lovely. We found him last year and he was unbelievable, and I'm hoping we do get shapeshifters again later on in the game. Oh my god, off the line. No, beautiful. And I'm hoping we do get them again after kind of the Euros, during the footies at the end, and we find them sort of gems. So I'll never complain too much about them because naturally they are something different. They're not real player cards. Like obviously you got Van Nistelrooy in there. It's not as if he's actually doing that. So it's kind of fair enough. But I do think when it comes to Casemiro, he wasn't really going to get another upgrade. It's kind of... he might have got one in form potentially. And that's pretty much all he's going to get. I don't see anything else. He doesn't really fit too many of the promos. Maybe like a Trophy Titan if you can go for like a UCL or something. But other than that, he seems to be very steady this season. Very much not necessarily in the headlines, not making crazy moves. So it was never going to be the case of him getting special cards in performance-based, and it was always going to be out of performance-based. And I think this version is most definitely one that I am more than happy to have. But then the question is, where does his price actually come in? Like, we're looking at, what, 450 at the moment? I don't see that being his actual price at all. He more than likely will drop a heavy amount. Holding down the DM roll. Monster challenge is what we want to see. Good play. Gets the ball back and away nicely. We see him linking up here. Through ball. Oh, Maldini just coming across in time. Can we block Pedro Porro? A little bit of dribbling. Agility on point. Little double ball roll on the inside. Keeps possession nicely. We're going to try and... oh. Okay, I mean, that again, that not quite the pass I had in mind, but it nearly got there, to be fair to him. Good challenge. Took the risk and absolutely worth it. Turn him. Oh, go on, Georgie Best. I wish I could make them run. Like, I could kind of almost telekinetically, like, kind of just make him run from the far side. Like, I wish there was a button where I'm like, the left-hand side player, make the run, because that would have been a through ball worth having a look at. There he is, and Travella to finish him off. And he's gone. So we are looking at the overall for him then. Currently coming in about 460 to 480. Keeps fluctuating up and down. And like Hugo, he kind of started off very high up there. 900 all the way down in the first hour to 580. Now he's down 100k to 440 into 480. He's kind of fluctuating a hell of a lot. When it comes to the position of him then, because this is the interesting part with him, is he's a 5'5", so already very good, love that. He is predominantly more DM, which is fair enough again. You could go all out on the pace, that makes sense to be honest. He's already got 90, what was it, 91? Reset 91 on the defending. If he was kind of looking for the pace, you'd go with a shadow, surely. 97 defending, 91 pace. You could then potentially go with a catalyst if you're quite happy with the defending. Again, whether you think it's needed, like it puts up the crossing quite a lot, not really fussed about that. Free kick accuracy, again, could be useful. And then in terms of what he's getting short, long and curve, it's not terrible. But whether you'd prefer the passing rather than going for all-out defending, maxing out the standing and sliding, maxing out interception, I'd probably say the shadow is going to be more beneficial anyway. But then people have gone for something like a powerhouse or just keeping him basic as well. Powerhouse is obviously going to give him passing and defending. I feel like he does need some sort of pace, so maybe you could even go with the engine as another shout, but I would probably just go and stick with the shadow. Obviously the pace, very good upgrade in comparison to his base version. The striker version is not really a comparison because it's totally different positions. I can't really base the stats off them. When it comes to other centre mids from the Ultimate Birthday, if we kind of go away from the icons because they have had a crazy upgrade. When we are looking at DMs, because I feel like Goretzka and De Jong very much box to box in their self. We're looking at a Grace, 90, 85. The 5-star, 3-star is absolutely put her in the bin, but Anticipate Relentless, very nice. Whether we think long ball pass is worth it anymore, it's still a very good one, but in some scenarios, if I've already got a very good box to box, I would kind of let them do the passing, and I'd have almost your intercept, your anticipate. That's going to be what I'd want in a DM completely. Now, that's not to kind of put a damp on the fire that he can't be more of a box-to-box, but I think he is heavily reliant on that DM role. If we was kind of to look at the price, if this can move out of the way, we're looking between, what, about 450. I can imagine he'll drop He's surely got to drop to about 300, maybe even 200. I think 91 rated, though, that's going to hold him in good stead just purely on rating basis. So if we were to look a little bit lower on the DM, it would go in between the 500 to 300k mark. DMs that I'd kind of consider over him, I'm thinking Zanetti's he's kind of DM but more centre mid at times. Would probably go with Casemiro. Bastion, again, more box to box in my eyes. I don't see him as a massive DM. We then have Casemiro himself. I must admit, was that the World Cup? Not the World Cup, the UCL. See, I'm a big fan of Ramirez, but again, the 5-5 is going to add a big factor there. Bobby Clark, not really feeling. Putellas is more box to box. Gerrard, more box to box. Well, more Cam than box to box, to be honest with you. We got any DMs? Kimmich, I suppose, but even then, long ball pass, pinged pass, 4-4. I mean, it's a close comparison, but I mean, there's still a lot of difference. I'd probably still go with Casemiro there. Ooh, Ramos, he has very similar pace, but it's the defending physical that really holds up Casemiro in that top level there. I'd say in terms of the price, he's probably the next best thing, really. I think that is normally the case. You get the week one, you look at him and you're like, okay, well, there's no one better than him. The next promo comes, and there's always one better, which always knocks the rest. That you would have thought a Gerrard foot birthday was kind of like the next best thing, and then they drop down again. Every time we get a new promo, it's just jump into the next card. I think it's a nice card. I don't think it's the most incredible that we could have got. Obviously, the pace has been a great upgrade. Defending physical, not a problem. I think the agility balance could do with some work, but I don't know if I'd go with an engine over the Shadow. I think you could work it. You could give it a try and see how he works. He's obviously got the 5-5, so the agility has had a bit of an upgrade in comparison to prior. And then obviously when it comes to the passing, he's got 90-90. It's more than good enough if you just wanted to go for the Shadow. Overall, decent card, nothing too crazy. Can imagine he will drop, and it'll be interesting to see where he actually drops to. I think if he drops below 380-ish, I think he's pretty much worth it. I don't think there's many you would get for the price off the market. But let me know down below if you managed to get him, and I'll catch you all for the next one.